Hello, my friends. It's the first thing people are going to see is me adjusting that bag on the bed. Everything's a mess. Hi, everyone. Betty McKnit here, your crochet mama. Here to finish up my 6-day great granddaddy-o blanket. Um, I did my great granddaddy for you, and now I'm doing my great granddaddy-o, which is the Noro version. And we've just been having a lovely time with the amazing and beautiful Noro yarn, Noro Subami yarn that I'm making it with. And honestly, it's the best yarn I've ever used in my life. It's incredibly gorgeous, and if you can get your hands on some, I highly recommend you get your hands on some and try it out. Stop buying piles and piles and piles of junk yarn and buy yourself one small pile of Noro to make a blanket with, and then cuddle up in that blanket for the rest of your life, because you'll never want another one. I mean, you might want to do another Noro one, but I mean, it's just an amazing blanket. I have quite a bit to do tonight. This was like a 6 live series, and gosh, I was really bad. I think I only sent 2 emails about it, but if you're signed up to receive emails from the 6-day Great Granddaddy Blanket Crochet Along, I'll send you an email and I'll have all the links for all the videos in there and all the patterns and all the everything, and you can just save that for when you're ready to do your 6-day Great Granddaddy or Great Granddaddy-o blanket. Yarning for a smile. My life with yarn. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Is it Wednesday? I've had the weirdest day. I have just had the weirdest day. I'm sorry to say. I always have like one day a week, and it's often Wednesdays where I just like crash and I'm totally unproductive, and I'm just like, I can't today. That is how I was today. I can't today, and I'm supposed to be cleaning my house because I have company coming. So I'm just going to do the best I can with that. I've gotten the major things done. I have the sheets washed and the bed made, and I'm going to clean the bathroom, and I'm going to wipe down the kitchen, and I'm going to do the floors, and that's going to be good enough. Yes, because we're probably going to spend most of our time at the beach. Anyways, okay, so if you go to my website, bettymcknit.com, and then I think, is there something in my link tree? Do I have it in my link tree? Let me see. Oh my gosh, my Monday is tomorrow, guaranteed to be weird. Yeah, my week kind of goes like that too. Yeah, Great Granddaddy, 6-day Great Granddaddy live crochet along is in my link tree. It's like the 4th link down. This has not been the best day for me either. You know, I hate when people like blame their mistakes and things going wrong on Mercury retrograde. But that ended today. I don't know. I don't know why I even know that. I have one of those calendars that like tells you when these things happen. And so yeah. Oh gosh, that wasn't even really on. So maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know if I believe any of that. It's also extremely hot. So I had to turn my air conditioning back on, and I like to have the windows open, and even sometimes like I'll let it get really hot in here and just turn on fans and stuff, because I like I like the breeze, I like the ocean air. I live at the beach, so of course I want to experience those things all the time. So anyways, that's what's going on. So what am I doing today? Today I'm doing the 6-day Great Granddaddy-o blanket, and I have one more repeat round to do, but then I have 3 rounds to finish it off, and then I can do the border. So I'm gonna try and do all those today, and I might be pushing the 2 hour mark on that. The 6-day great granddaddy edge, you don't need me to show you that edge. It's a round of single crochet, a round of double crochet, and another round of single crochet. Some people like to do it through the back loop instead of through both loops, and that looks really nice when they do that. But it's a very simple border, so you don't need me to show you that. So Great Granddaddy is done. You have all the video you need for that. And then I want to make these videos, so you will have everything you need to do the Great Granddaddy-O. So there you go. 2 video tutorials for 2 wonderful blankets. I put the Daddy-O on the bed behind me. Doesn't that look nice? Isn't it gorgeous? I mean, I like I'm going to put my beach house blanket. I'm going to take the Ridgy Didge off and put the beach house over there. But I'll be sad because I like to use those blankets. Those are like my blankets that I cuddle up with and watch TV under and stuff. They're perfect beach house blankets. So, Caffeine. Let me see. Yarning for a smile. My life with yarn. Mine is because I had to have my... Oh, no. I'm sorry. Aww. Yeah, I lost my... I had these 3 dogs. And if you watch any of my... Oh, thank you, Carrie. It's very kind of you. If you watch any of my earlier videos, my dogs... And, you know, my dog Mudkip is on the cover of the 6-day kid blanket, and I had these 3 dogs, and they got me through a very difficult time. I called them my dragons, and then they started dying on me one at a time. And then when they started dying, I was like, I must be okay now, because now they're leaving. But it was really sad. And then the last one, Mudkip, he was really my guy, and I didn't have to have him put down. He just up and died on me, and that was really difficult. So I'm really sorry for your loss. I know how that feels, and I hope you can crochet and feel a little better. All right, TikTok. I'm going to, yeah. It's hard, but I mean, my dog Mudkip I just never wanted to be without him, you know, and those other two died, and it was just me and him, and I was like, I'm gonna take him everywhere I go. Like, I'm not gonna leave him behind and ever. And I thought we had more time together, but we just didn't. He was a part Chihuahua, so you know, they live a really long time. So I just thought, oh, I've got plenty of time with him, but it didn't happen that way. So, yeah, but you know, it worked out because I was able to rent this place where I am living, and it's very hard to rent a place on the Outer Banks. So it made it a lot easier for me to rent a place because I didn't have any pets. Mine lived to 16 and 18. It's just hard. Yeah, it's so sorry. So there's people over on TikTok saying they're sorry also for you. So I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. So I'm getting comments both places. Making blankets to donate. I love the blanket and the stitch combo. Thank you so much. This is my signature stitched 6-day crochet. And I use it for almost everything. I do have a couple patterns that are not 6-day stuff, but I've just kind of adopted this as my signature. It's like in my DNA. My hands just automatically do this stitch now. So okay, I am on round 2. So this is the last repeating round, but technically it's the first. But so all 6-day blankets are numbered 2 through 7. So This one just happened to start the repeats at 3 because we had a little anomaly on the setup round that would have been round 2. So it's just going to go 2 through 7 from here forward. So I'm about to do 2, and then it'll go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. And then you want to end with 2, 3, 4. So you want to end on 4 with this one. The 6-day anything is my go-to for blanket gifts now. Isn't it great? I've seen this, Nora, on the last time you lived. I broke down and got some. Very excited. Oh, good for you. Yeah, I wish I had my retail going so I could sell it to you guys. But if you're in my community, which Shannon, I think you are, come to my Zoom calls because sometimes I place orders if people ask me for something, but like I have to order a certain amount. So I can't just order like 1 ball, or 2 balls. It's still like a $300 commitment. I'm burning out on just the same 3DC clusters all the way around after 15. Well, yeah, that's boring. Therestrix. I'm not sure if this is an odd question. If I started something as a regular granny square, can I switch over to a 6-day pattern? You can try. It might not, the numbers might not work out. Like, it seems like it would just be kind of brainless. It would just translate over, but there was a lot of time put into the math of this so that it could repeat in these different shapes. So I use these double crochet 3 together clusters to kind of keep the shape, keep this in straight. Because if you just do the clusters and you don't do this, you end up with too many clusters and it flares and it ripples. So sometimes I see people don't want to do that. It doesn't work out even every time. So, I mean, maybe there is another way that you could have done it, but it didn't work out even for me. So that's why I have these little clusters in the middle. And also they're part of the original 6-day blanket chevrons. And I had this thing for a while where I was like, I'm not going to do it in a granny square because it doesn't chevron, and then, at some point I just realized I was being stupid, but there's still I still like to have a little bit of uniqueness about my square, so that's it. So it's a wrap top pattern, so it would mostly be to extend the sleeves. You could try it. I have a hexagon cardigan, so you could check the hexagon cardigan. I have multiple sleeve options in the hexagon cardigan, so you could and it's free on my site, so you don't have to buy anything. You could just check it on my site and just borrow the stitches from there if you wanted to. All right, so I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to show how to do the border round. So this is, okay, before we do round 2, you have to mark the center single crochet on each side. All right. Yeah. I mean, it's just stitches. You're borrowing the stitches, right? So, 6-day hexagon cardigan. It's free on my site. I'll have a bunch of markers right there. Okay, so I have to mark the middle one. So let's see. I have 67, so it would be the 34th stitch. Okay, and then I'm working on a 6-day kid blanket right now, actually. That's cool. Okay, and then on this side I have 37, so it would be what? The 19th one. Okay, do you see how my corners are going like that? So that is why we are flipping this blanket before round 2 every time. And I'm also alternating um, 2 balls of yarn to avoid any pooling. So this is the round. I'm going to start working with this with my first ball again. And so this one, the one that I'm carrying, I like to put further to the left. And then the one that I'm using is on the right side. This is just some extra that I used at the beginning. Okay. All right. So now I'm working off of this one that I carried up the corner. Okay. And I just want to zoom in on it real quick and show you that where I carried it up, it's not invisible, but you will never remember it's there. You'll never remember it. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself on that technique. I probably didn't make it up, but um I like what I did with this one. So now this, when we get around to this corner where the ball we were just working with is waiting, we'll do the same thing. We'll work 1 stitch in the corner next to this space with both threads together and just carry that yarn up that corner. But we're going to go back to this one that we've been carrying up for round 2. So every round 2, you're going to flip and rotate. Hey, Jackie. All right, so standing double crochet, I have to kind of slip stitch and bring it up. Standing double crochet into the corner space. This is round 2. This is my first round 2. 2 double crochet into the same space. Skip 2. 3 double crochet in the next. I think I skipped properly. I'm not sure. I have kind of a glob there where I have that mess. We'll find out. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next to 3 stitches before the marker. Do you knit as well? Yes, I do. Just not that much anymore. Hi, Brienne. I'm doing fine. How are you, my dear? Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Knitting is my heart, but I started with crochet. I started with crochet, and for a long time I didn't when I learned to knit, I didn't crochet. for a long time. Only when I wanted to make a blanket and work something up really quick. I have a little pain in my hand right here in my middle finger from I've been working on the computer a lot. So I'm just having to do a lot of self-care with that hand. I have a this is what I use to take care of my hand. Oil, lymphatic massage oil, and Ashley Black's face blaster. But it's because I've been working on the computer a lot, and so that finger is I have some overuse on that finger. Just really feeling it. Where are those stickers? These are some titanium. I don't know how long that'll stick because I just oiled it up. I love your halfway home shawl as well, looking at all your patterns. Oh, the halfway home. I think that's one of my best patterns. Honestly, that's not going to stick because it's oily. I should have waited. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm 3 stitches before my marker. So now I'm going to double crochet 3 together. I got to quit messing around. I got to get this done tonight. And then skip 1, and I should be skipping the marked stitch. Double crochet 3 together. So this is where my pattern's a little bit different from a traditional granny because I have these clusters in the middle of the round. Okay, and I just wanted to show you something else because it doesn't tell you how many clusters to do. Okay, so on this round 2, I have 3 clusters before the double crochet 3 together, and up here I'm going to have 6, so it's going to be 3 more every time. Okay, and then I'm going to skip 2 and 3 double crochet in the next until I'm 3 stitches before the corner. It's actually 2 stitches. You'll have 2 stitches remaining. How have you been, Dee? Okay, and then 3, 2, 3 in the corner space. We're only chaining 2 on this one in the corner. Okay, so same thing down here. I have 3, and now I'm going to have 6. So each time, I know this is harder to see on the dark yarn on the dark background, but when I had the white back there, it bounced the light back up into the camera and it made everything dark. I know it seems like it shouldn't be dark when the background is light, but that's what happened. This is better. So 3 and then 6. So the next time I do round 2, I'll have 9. And then the time after that, I'll have 10. And then 15, 18, 21, etc. You have to do 10 repeats for this pattern. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, so I'm 3 stitches before my marker, double crochet 3 together, skip 1, double crochet 3 together. Okay, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down here. So I should have 11 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's beautiful yarn, isn't it though? Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next until I have 2 stitches before the corner. I'm not doing any color control. You can't really do that with this yarn because it's not, it's purposely not consistent. It's not like a Caron cake, or, you know, a cake yarn. It's purposely not consistent. The colors don't always appear in the same order or in the same way. But I am alternating, um, every every repeat. I'm alternating balls of yarn, so that's why I have 2 going here, just so that I can avoid any unintentional pooling that might happen. And it just I've just found with this yarn it balances out the colors a little bit better, and you don't end up with, like, you know, one you can't obviously tell where, like, one skein ended and the next one started. So that's why I do it. But some I know some of my followers have made these blankets without doing that, or made my Noro projects without alternating the balls, and they turn out great. Hi, Canada. Okay, so I'm at the corner where I was working last time, so now I have to carry this yarn up the corner. So I'm just going to take all those markers out. And then I've just got my loop here really loose so it doesn't come undone. So in the corner, I'm going to do my 3 double crochet. And on the third one, I'm going to tighten that loop. It's like my live loop, okay? And then I'm going to work both threads. And then I'm going to drop the one I'm not using for the chain. So you could do it on the stitch before the chain or after the chain, either one. But you want it to be on the stitch next to the corner space. Oops, I ended up picking up the wrong one. I want this one. Chain 2. Okay, so that's me carrying my yarn up the corner. And it'll just rest there until I'm ready for it. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. This is really the only round of this blanket you have to really think on. And then I have 3 left. So I'm going to skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Skip 1, double crochet 3 together. Okay, and I have 1, 2, 3 clusters down here, so I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be 3 more each time. Okay, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Hi there, I use a Furls Odyssey. Thank you. Okay, and in the corner, it's 3, 2, 3. Noro is just an amazing, it is just an amazing, beautiful yarn. I am just in love with this colorway, though. It is just really spectacular to me. Oh my goodness. It's just gorgeous. It is. Okay, and I'm skipping 2, 3 double crochet in the next until I get 3 before the marker on this side. It really spoils you for other yarn. It honestly does. Like since I've been working with Knitting Fever and their Noro yarn, which I love so much, I have not felt inspired by a lot of other yarns. uh, you work with Knitting Fever too? Aren't they great? They're so nice. I just love them. I had a really funny interaction with Anthony at H&H because my friend Erin, oopsie, I must have miscounted. My friend Aaron told me who he was, but so I had been emailing him, but I had never met him in person. And she was like, "That's Anthony right there." And so I just was like standing there with her, like, just like imposing myself in their conversation, actually. And then, acting like, then he was like, went to introduce himself to me, and I was like, "You know me?" And he was like, "Oh, I don't think we've ever met." And I said, "We have. I'm Betty McKnit." And he was like, "Oh my God." It was so cute. They're adorable. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Skip 1, double crochet 3 together. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next to the end. I want to go to H&H so bad. I'm a homeschool mom and a caretaker. Getting away is hard. Oh, well, my kids are grown and gone, but I did the homeschooling thing when they were little. And I was married to a military guy, and he was deployed. And even after he got out of the military, he was uh had a government job, and he traveled constantly. So I did everything for my kids, and I totally get what that's like. It was really hard for me to get away when they were little too, but they won't be little forever. And my following really isn't that big. I have a niche following. I do everything 6-day crochet. So people who love 6-day crochet love love me. Um a lot of people are doing the 6-day star blanket right now. That is really popular at the moment. Um so next month I'm going to do the star, the superstar, and the supernova again. I'm going to try and go live like every day, as many days as I can, and make star blankets online and kind of keep that going. But I had a viral pattern, so I'm lucky. If you have something go viral, you're lucky. Okay, so I didn't count, and I have an extra something somewhere. So we're just gonna just pretend you didn't see that. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the trend. I love getting tagged in everybody's posts and seeing what everybody has made, and for real, like there are like no two-star blankets or 6-day kid blankets that are alike. I mean, sometimes people copy them exactly, you know, some of the really iconic ones, the really gorgeous ones that come out, people are like, "Oh, I want to do that," and make it with the same yarn. And sometimes, but like really they're so unique, and I just love seeing what people are going to do next. And I love the little challenge, the 6-day challenge that people do. They go on and they, you know, they're like, this is what I did on day 1 and this is what I did on day 2, etc., etc. Diane says, I always have at least 1 star going. Yep. Okay, no. Now I'm on round 3. So this is where it tells you to go back and repeat, but it's always going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 and 3 are always the cluster rounds. 4 is the single crochet round. 4 and 7. And then 5 and 6 are always double crochet. So I'm going to do another round 3 and a round 4, and then I'm going to do the border. And I'm going to pick up my pace a little bit for round 3 because I already showed you how to do it in the last video. And it's like, this blanket is so easy. So you don't need me to keep showing it to you. And you don't need another video after this because it's just going to repeat and repeat. And it's just going to get bigger. So just follow the numbers along in the pattern and just mark them off as you do them. What is that color? It's Noro Tsubame, Tsubame, number 44. Let's see if it'll come into focus. I think it's in focus on TikTok. Screenshot that, you guys, if you want that one. I'll do it for YouTube. It's not going to come into focus that close on YouTube. Tsubame 44. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know very much Japanese. Tsubame. Tsubame. Bame. I think Andrew, Andrew, can you start that poll? I think I put it in the poll, but I don't remember. Okay, on TikTok. And if you're on YouTube, the links are in the description, the video description. Okay. Here I go with the stand-in double crochet. I don't like doing it. If you don't want to do stand, thank you, my dear. It's a 6-day great granddaddy-o. And usually, just for future reference, I mean, it's okay that you asked, but I always put it in the title. And then I have a poll. Noro Tsubame 44. You're welcome. Oh, and I didn't mark my last round, so I marked the last one of the round and the first one, which technically I don't really need to mark because I'm about to crochet right past it, but and then I mark the space because these spaces are a little funky if you're not used to doing the half double crochet. My members of my community, the Betty McKnitiverse, they showed, in fact, it was Dee, who's on this live right now, Diane, who showed me how to do the half double crochet corner. Is it large? I see some for $40. If you see it for $40, you better snatch it up because that's cheap, because they're like 55 a piece and they have 600 yards, 600 and something yards, so you need 6 of them for a blanket. Colors are beautiful. Now I alternate balls. They don't call them balls of yarn. They call them dragon eggs. So I alternate the dragon eggs to kind of balance them out a little bit, but you don't have to do that, but that's what I do. They retail for $50 to $55. So if you're seeing it for 40, you better grab that and tell us all where you're getting that. $500, 656 yards. So I used all 6 of them on my beach house blanket. And well, first of all, my beach house blanket, they sent me 6. And so I used them, I used them all. I used them like I did the blanket so that I would, I mean, if I am spending, oh yeah, Mrs. Knits. Yeah. If I'm spending $300 on yarn for a project, I'm using every inch of that yarn. Okay. I'm not using like 5 balls and then 10 yards from the 6th ball. I'm using all of the yarn. So I purposely designed both of these blankets so they use up all the yarn and you don't have that much left over. I mean, that's just how I roll. I'm like maximum coverage. I mean, I get my yarn from Knitting Fever, which is the distributor. So if you really want it, you can, yes, down to the last. I try, man. I try. I don't want to cut it too close because what if your tension is different than mine and you need a little bit more, but I try and do it so that all the yarn is used. I mean, come on. We're gonna pay all this money on yarn. But honestly, it's worth it. I know I've definitely gone into Joann's or Michael's and walked out with 100, 200, maybe $300 worth of yarn. Really know if I've spent 300 at a time, probably. But it is like it's a really I suggest you buy this yarn and make this blanket for yourself. Treat yourself. Don't make it and give it away. Make it, set aside time to do it for yourself. Give yourself the nicest crochet gift. Scent it up. I'm not doing my, I make a lot of outfits, handbags. Oh, well, wouldn't this make an amazing sweater? You love scrappy projects. The 6-day star blanket is great to do with scraps. I'm not even talking about how to do round 3. You basically do a 3 double crochet in each of the spaces. And then in the space between the 2 double crochet 3 togethers, you do 1 double crochet 3 together. And then in the corners, you do 3, 2, 3. That's the whole round. Shannon Roop says, I took your advice. Bought it for myself for a star blanket. Plan to make it in Star September. Face red heart shaped glasses, purple yellow diamond. Hey, I just joined. But is that the new yarn cyan? No, it is the Subami, Noro Subami. But I have some of the cyan. They gave it to me at H&H. And I specifically asked them if I could talk about it, and they said I could. This doesn't say what weight it is. I think it's a 4. It is 70% wool. They gave this to me at H&H, and I said I would do a one skein project with it. And so I think I'm going to be doing some kind of scarf with this. Um, that's the cyan. Cyan. I don't know. I don't pronounce Japanese very well. And then this is the other one they gave me. And it's called Ritu. It also is a 4, I believe. This one's wool, silk, and mohair. And I'm gonna do they gave me 2 of them. Look at those colors. Oh, I love them. TikTok, you can't really see the colors there. It's more of that aqua green that I love over here. You just can't really see it on TikTok, and I don't know why. But I'm gonna do a 2 skein something with this. I'm working on things to do with this tranquility stripe, 6-day tranquility stripe, which is basically the same 6-day stitches, but they don't chevron. But I have them. I have some different ideas that I'm working on with them, and I think that's what's going to happen with those projects. Hello, can you please tell me where to buy the scented balm? I have a link in my bio. You can check my link tree. It's called Scented Stitches. I have an affiliate link there. You put it on your finger. That screams spring cardi. It's really heavy wool. It's really heavy wool, so I think it might be a little bit too much for a cardi. I think I'm gonna do a scarf with it. I always do big projects with Noro. It's H and H. It's H and H, or H plus H, um, and it's in Chicago every year in the spring. I think it's like the first weekend in May next year, and it's like the industry trade show for the Craft Industry Alliance, and all the yarn companies are there, and it's like industry stuff. It's really wonderful. I've gone for 2 years now, and I love it. This is the 6-day great Granddaddyo. The 6-day great granddaddy is I often release multiple versions of my patterns. So the great granddaddy is for if you want to use a different yarn or make it a different size, and you want to kind of do your own options and create your own. And this is the great Granddaddyo, and this one is if you want to use some gorgeous Noro Subami yarn. It's written specifically for Noro. It is fun. The first new yarn reminds me of Tabi. Do you remember that one? I do remember Tabi, but doesn't Tabi mean sock? It was thinner. It was more of a sock yarn. That feels like a 4. Okay, here I am at that corner where I have to carry my yarn. So I'm going to carry it on the 3rd double crochet. You can do it on the one either before or after the chain. So there it is, my third one. I'm just going to work the 2 yarns together, and then I'm going to drop the one that I don't need when I get back to the chain. Thank you for sharing the live, Andrew. Hi, Carla from Montana. The second one I like is Tassagare. Is that a cotton? I'm making the 6-day great granddaddy-o. There's more details in the poll if you want to click the poll. I'll tell you all about what I've been doing here. This is my last. No, it's the wool, mohair, and silk. It's like a 4 as well. Huh. Is that an older yarn? I think I might have some of that stashed, actually. Whoops. Isn't it though? It's really beautiful yarn. They've sent me some other yarns too that sorry, was knitting. It's still, yeah. I mean, I think they look beautiful knitted up, but I think that the Noro and 6-day crochet are a match made in heaven. It's just beautiful yarn for my signature stitch. Now, I did put this pattern on my website. The PDF is only for sale on my Shopify store right now. I haven't put it on like Etsy and in on Ravelry yet. I just wanted to work through it on this live one last time before I released it to all the patterns, because once I do that and I release it everywhere, if I find a mistake, it's a pain in the butt to go back and find it everywhere that I that I have it and update everything. Jacqueline from Jack of Yarns is helping me to organize my pattern inventory. And I also want to make like a stitch glossary of all the different ways to do the 6-day stitch, like in the round, in a tube, you know, all the different stitches and stripes. I've got the Tranquility stripe that I'm doing a bunch of different ways. And I want to have like a stitch glossary as a resource. So um, every time you all want something new and different made out of the 6-day stitches, you can make it yourself. This is the most beautiful yarn I think I've ever done anything with. It's incredible stuff. It's just beautiful. It's giving me mermaid. All right, yarning for a smile. What's your Instagram so I can follow you back? I mean, usually if someone tags me, I try to make sure I follow them back. And I repost a lot of people's stuff. If you tag me in your project, I'll almost always repost it to my stories. Okay, so there we go. I finished round 3, and then I'm gonna do round 4, and then I'm gonna do the border. So this blanket ends. Usually, you can end the 6-day star blanket, the 6-day great granny blanket, or the 6-day great granddaddy blanket on 4 or 7, but this one ends on 4. And the only reason it does is because of what I said about maximizing that, like, I took the yarn right to the end of the line. Used like all of it up. Okay, round 4. Chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, single crochet in each stitch around, and because this is the second time I'm doing round 4, I'm going to follow the second number in that string of numbers. So it'll be the first one inside the parentheses. So each time you want to print out your pattern or in your Kindle or whatever, however you do it, and you want to cross out the number as you do it. Okay, so that the next time you come back around, you know which one you're doing. Hi, Crafty Sarah Marie. Okay, so this time it's going to be 75 single crochet on the long side and 45 single crochet on the short side. And so I'm not going to count them because I can't be bothered. So I might end up, with a little fudgy here or there. But I know some of you like to count as you're going along, and that's part of your crochet practice. So those are the numbers: 75 and 45. Is that right? Yes, 75 on the long side and 45 on the short side. Some of us are slightly ambitious and doing 2 blankets. Oh, are you the one that started 2 star blankets at the same time? I was actually thinking about doing that for Star Blanket September, but it'll drive people crazy. Oh my god, I get what those numbers mean now on the Star Shop pattern. Yes, that's what they mean. 1 in 4 yarn with 6 hook and 1 in 6 yarn with 9 hook. Two granddaddies. Nice. So in the corner, it's single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. I feel pretty proud of this pattern now. I mean, I released it like 2 years ago, but I didn't put a lot of thought and energy into it. I had just done the granny square, um, and I thought, well, if I can do a granny square, I can do a granny rectangle. But I didn't go through the whole process of like testing and etc. I mean, now my process starts with my membership community. So, um, like those, I did Great Granddaddy with them like a couple of months ago. They have done Great Granddaddy with me. They've done the 6 day poncho, 6 day star poncho, which I haven't even, released yet, but they did that with me. And they're on to the next thing. So we work it out in these in these little classes that we do. We figure it all out, and then I go write up the pattern and work up the samples and photograph it and do all that stuff, and then I write it up and release it. Hi Amy. I'm doing the 6 day Great Granddaddy-o. So if you want to know more, you can click on the poll. It has all the information, a lot of info, all this, what kind of hook I'm using, and all that stuff. Next month, I'm going to do Star Blanket September. I'm going to make star blankets. And I know people like to do the stash bust September thing. So if you want to bust up your stash with that, you certainly can. I haven't even decided what I'm doing with the different. I'm going to do a star, a superstar, and a supernova, and I might even do the star poncho. Last year I did the Rigidage star, superstar, and supernova. Okay, I'm in that corner, so I'm going to work 2 together for my 1 single crochet, and then drop the one that I'm not using, chain 2, single crochet. Your yarn ball had a baby? I hate when that happens. I mean, congratulations. What are you gonna name it? Yarnetta. Yarn yell. It's my sister said it's called yarn barf. Brownie, because I'm working with Hanoi. Okay. I have one ball of it. What are you doing with yours? Yarnarella is another suggestion. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the corner. Yeah, I've only got one, so I don't know. Is that enough to make an emotional support chicken? That's the thing everybody's making. I'm making the mitered sweater from Noro Magazine issue 17. Okay. I want to home one of those magazines for 6-day crochet. I'm just going to keep making patterns. How many patterns? I have 5 patterns on their yarn now. And they're all 6-day crochet. Okay, I'm almost there. Plenty of time to do the border. Now I don't know if I'll go all the way around because I'm gonna have to take it out because obviously I'm not proud, but my LIS had a huge Noro sale, so I bought all of the discounted Hanoi dragon eggs. Wow. Lucky you. What's not to be proud of? I mean, sometimes when I go to my local yarn store, the fact it was like 25 of them. Well, I'm sure you need quite a few to make a sweater, and you just can't go wrong with the yarn. It's so beautiful. I mean, sometimes when I go to my local yarn store and they carry Knitting Fever, I will buy, I'll spend $100 or so on stuff that I can, I could just ask for and get, for free, or buy, by myself with my account. But it's good to support your local yarn store. You want them to stay in business. You don't want them to have to worry about what's going to happen to these 25 balls of expensive yarn. It's expensive. You can make nice blankets and stuff with that. Sweaters. Okay, so I knew that I thought that I might this does not need to have this border around one. It doesn't need you to single crochet around because we're ending on round 4, so it doesn't even need that. I knew I just, I just had a feeling. Sometimes people make my blankets, they don't get all the way to the border. And then some of these things don't get found. Yes, it was 21 for each. Oh my gosh. I would have done the same exact thing. The same thing. Chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch. So this is the border. Chain 4. Now, I hope I wrote this properly. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the second chain from the hook, so it's that one. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the next chain. I don't think that's right, actually. I think it's yarn over, pull up, and pull through 2. 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 And then pull through 2, pull through 5. That's what it is. I had a feeling it was going to be wrong. Let me see. Is that what I did? Yes. All right, just let me fix it real quick. Sadly, they told me that they won't be carrying Noro anymore because it doesn't sell good. Well, it's expensive. It is expensive yarn. Okay. Now you skip 2 and you single crochet in the next stitch. So this is, I called this border Beach Waves at Low Tide. So it's just going to give you this little wavy border around your blanket. Isn't it so cute? Okay, let's see if I can do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the second chain from the hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn, hold on, chain 4. Yeah, it should be 3. Chain 3. Not 4. All right, let's start over. I thought that looked too big. Single crochet, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the second chain from the hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop in this next chain. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the side of the single crochet. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull up a loop in the next stitch. Yarn over and pull through 2. Then pull through 2. Pull through 4. There we go. That looks right. Skip 2, 1, 2. Single crochet in the next stitch. What stitch pattern do you recommend for men? I'm doing one for my dad. That's ombre yarn. 6-day man blanket. Or 6-day great granddaddy blanket. One, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the second chain from the hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the next chain. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the side of the single crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 4. Skip 2, 1, 2. Single crochet in the next. One, 2, 3. Yarn over. Whoops, pull up a loop. Pull through 2. Whoops. Second chain from the hook. And now pull up a loop in the next chain. Pull through 2. Pull up a loop in the side of the single crochet. Pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop in the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 4. Skip 2, 1, 2. There you go. That's the beach waves at low tide edge. I made up that myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the next corner because I'm gonna have to pull this out because I don't want a bath mat. or a doll blanket. I don't have a cat or a dog, so I'm not making a cat or dog bed out of Noro. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Second chain from the hook. Next chain. Side of the single crochet. Next stitch. Pull through 2, pull through 4. Skip 2. 1, 2, 3. Second chain from the hook. Next chain. Side of the single crochet. Next stitch. 2, 4. Skip 2. Single crochet. I just love this. Isn't it pretty? I forgot to put this edge in the McKnitiverse. I'm going to do it tonight. Chain 3. Yarn over. Second chain from the hook. Next chain. Side of the single crochet. Next stitch. 2, 4. Skip 2. Single crochet. Chain 3. Second chain from the hook. Next chain. Side of the single crochet. Next stitch. 2, 4. Skip 2. So as you're getting closer to your edge, you want your, or to your corner rather, you want your single crochet to land on the corner in the corner stitch or space. Skip 2. So, and it'll help you get around the corner if you skip, skip fewer stitches. So when you're getting close to your corner, you might want to work it out so that you only skip 1. I don't know why it's doing that. I also don't know if anyone's done this stitch before me. It might not even be original, I don't know. But I thought it up in my own head. Thanks for sharing the live. Bye, Dee. Have a good night. Skip 2. Okay, so see how close I am to the edge. I'm only going to skip 1 next time because you want to land right in the edge, in the corner. Okay, and I'm going to go right in the corner. I didn't skip any. And then turn it. Okay, and that's how I make my corner. And you just keep going around. Thanks for the follow. Into the side. Into the next stitch. Pull through 2. Pull through 4. Skip 2. Or since I'm so close to that corner, if I feel like I need a little more give to make it around the corner without anything pulling, I could just only skip 1 there. I think skipping 2 would be fine, but you have the option to just skip 1 if anything's pulling. You know, edges are different. It's going to depend on your tension, right? So it doesn't always go strictly by the numbers. You have to check your work, you know, lay it down often and admire it. Check and make sure that there's nothing pulling going around that corner, that it's, you know, when you lay it down flat, it's flat and it's not like going like that. That yarn is gorgeous, isn't it? It's my favorite yarn of all time. This yarn and this color. I mean, what can I even say? Look at that. I love these bright aquas. I can't wait until they come in even more. I know, it's amazing. It's stunning. It is stunning. I think this one's even prettier than the one in the pattern. All those greens. I love those. I love that acid yellow and the acid green in that other one. I love greens and blues. I love aqua. I love turquoise. I love all the colors in this. I love denim. This has the denim vibes. You know, I went through this phase in my life where everything had to be denim. I had a denim bike. I had lots of denim stuff. I'll make a little. I like to make a little picture at the end of my video. There. Now it'll be me moving it around. The rainbow suspender phase was my favorite. Yes, I did that too. Mork and Mindy. And the hat, the newsboy hats. Whenever you have any kind of pain in your hands, or burning, or sharp shooting pains, or any kind of pain from crocheting, you must stop. I'm having some pain from working on the computer, and I don't want it to interfere with my crocheting. So I'm going to try not to get back on the computer tonight, but I'm definitely feeling it in my hands. Also, after you crochet, especially for a long period of time, you should have a little aftercare routine. You should stretch your hands. I use this, fascia tool to massage my hands, my arms. This is great for other parts of your body too. It's really good for your feet. It's meant for your face. You're supposed to use it on your face. But it's really good for pain. Oh, it feels good on that area. You can feel all those crunchy little fascial adhesions. It's like right in there. And then I have one of those infrared mitts that you put use on your hands, and I run that for, I don't know, you can do it for like 20 minutes at a time or 30 minutes at a time, and then I just switch hands. I just sit there with it on one hand, and then I switch it to the other hand. I go back and forth, and it definitely helps with the inflammation and any pain that you might be having. I don't recommend slapping on a compression glove and just continuing. I see a lot of people using compression gloves when they start to have pain, and if you're having pain, you should really stop. Put the compression gloves on and go to bed, or rest. But don't put them on so that you can keep crocheting with pain. It's not good for your body at all. These are tools that I use to take care of myself. They're all in my Amazon storefront, influencer storefront, if you are interested in them. Ooh, that feels good. But definitely always stretch and take care of yourself. After long crochet sessions, breathe while you're working. Check in often. Don't just sit there and dissociate while you're crocheting. Feel your body. Check in with your body. All right, my friends. That should do it for tonight. Thank you so much for working your great granddaddy blankets along with me. And if you're just saving these videos to watch another time and work your blanket another time, make sure you check in with me. I'm always available in my Facebook groups. I have 2 Facebook communities. One of them is strictly for 6-day blankets, 6-day projects, 6-day crochet, blankets, hexagon cardigan, star blanket, you name it, all the 6-day stuff. And then I have another community that's just for not everything. You can ask 6-day questions in there, but it's just basically for any crochet or yarn related stuff that you're doing, just to work along and show off your makes and ask any questions that you have. There's so many great people in my communities, and I work really hard to have a culture of, like positivity and encouragement and respect. Like, I know that online internet groups can be so toxic, and I really work hard to make sure that my communities have a positive tone and have, that they're an encouraging space. Um, so, you know, please join. You're welcome to come and ask your questions there. Uh, if people ask questions in the YouTube comments a lot, but I just don't have as much of a presence um, on YouTube, and people tend to get a little rude with their comments on YouTube as well. So I just end up deleting those. So you're not going to get an answer there if you behave in that manner. Um, and then I have a membership community. It's called the Betty McKnitiverse. And you can join me on a Zoom call and ask your questions directly on a Zoom call. Get to know the other people that are in there that are crocheting, that all love 6 day stuff. And they're making others, they're making other stuff too, all kinds of projects. And we get together and we do all kinds of things together. We just sit and craft and chat. Sometimes we do classes, we do crochet alongs where we all make the same thing together. And I also have a little design, I call it the design workshop, and that's where I'm working out my ideas for new things that are coming. And those are the people that get to see all the patterns first before I even write them up to release them. They get them in the idea stage, and they get to work those things out before before they hit the general public realm. So, all right, my friends, thank you so much, everybody who's been here tonight and hung out. And I'll see you soon. I'll see you in Star Blanket September.